right, yes, welcome back to another edition of Collector Spotlight on behalf of the awesome collectible YouTube show, courtesy of the Kaiju Cast, Collect All Monsters. And yes, I'm one of the five co-hosts, Leslie P. Chambers. I'm sure you may have heard of me. And in this Collector Spotlight, this is a really special moment for me because I have my better half. Yes, my queen. Yes, GMK's biggest fan, my beautiful, gorgeous wife, Sandra Chambers. How you doing, babe?
I'm doing wonderful. How are you?
I'm doing fine, thank you so much for being a part of this collector spotlight. A lot of people have asked me questions about you as a collector, as a Godzilla fan. So hopefully this video will help dissect some of those questions and give some of those viewers the much needed answers that they were looking for. Okay. As you can see, Sandra is surrounded by some of her figures in her collection because she has her own private collection. I guess the first thing to do, Sandra, to ask you, because I already know this, but they don't know this, but what was your first ever Godzilla film that you ever saw?
That was Godzilla, King of the Monsters. That's the black and white.
Oh, with Raymond Burr?
Right.
Okay. Right. How did you enjoy that film, watching it back in the day or whatever?
Oh, I loved it. The way they used to show it, when I was going to school, I come home, and they did it in increments. So it would be some weeks it was 30 minutes, and some weeks it was an hour. So you would actually take one movie and it'd have it chopped over like a month before you get to see the whole thing.
Right.
So they didn't offer at that time, of course, VHS wasn't out, at that time. So, right. So I was always excited, get everything done, schoolwork and everything, to get home to that 4 to 4:30 hour or 4 to 4:53 hour was gold to me. So that's
great. And of course, I'm sure you seen like the fan favorites like King Kong versus Godzilla and other Godzilla films back in the day. Now it's kind of funny. We're kind of going to go into our history a little bit as a couple. Now, mind you, ladies and gentlemen, when Sandra and I got together, she really didn't know I was a Godzilla fan until she came to my apartment and she saw little Godzilla figurines around the apartment. So I got to ask you, point blank, what did you think when you first saw the Godzilla figurines around my apartment for the first time?
I was like, I cannot believe this. I actually met somebody that actually likes Godzilla. I was like, I am not the only person in the world. I was like, okay, this is going to work out. This is cool. Because I was like, it's somebody else that has a dark, deep secret, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, it was wonderful just to meet somebody else that had, like Godzilla, had Godzilla figures and just had that imagination and just loved what Godzilla was all about.
And it's funny because prior to us getting together and of course us getting married later on, I just felt comfortable. Like whenever you would come over, I just felt real comfortable having my Godzilla figurines around. Before that, I would like hide them and stuff like that. But when you came into my life, I just felt a real comfort with you. Not only on a personal connection with you, but Godzilla, and I don't mean to say this as a derogatory way, Godzilla is not for everybody. Godzilla does not appeal to everybody. Godzilla is something that some people, at least a lot of people, don't really get. So the fact that you got it from day one and you didn't judge me, you didn't really look down upon me, was really, really refreshing. I want to thank you for doing that, which leads into my next question. Eventually, that will make you your own collector because you knew I was collecting figures and stuff like that. So as you can see here, these are a few examples of your collection. Of course, I gotta ask you, what is your favorite kaiju collectible in your collection right now?
Let's see. Of course, my wonderful love, GMK. That is my all-time favorite. I love GMK. You couldn't pay me $1 million not to love GMK. I'm gonna tell you that right now. So I love my baby. That's my baby right there.
So I guess that leads into another question. The next question, excuse me, your favorite film is
GMK.
And I gotta ask you, like, what is it about this Godzilla? Because Godzilla has been through many different forms over the years. You have the burning Godzilla, you have the new 2019, of course, you have the original, you have the superhero one. But out of all of them, what is it about that particular Godzilla that speaks to you the most? If you can talk about that for a few seconds.
Well, as we had in our conversation, when I first saw this suit and I saw the movie, but it's the suit resonates. I just like the way the suit is, the way it's formed. I love the dorsal plates. It's just I love the square mouth. He's intimidating, and he's not demonic to me. He's just I don't care what you say, but he's not demonic to me. He's just very fierce, and to me, I think it's a good portrayal of Godzilla.
Yeah, I agree, because in my opinion, yes, Godzilla has evolved into many different forms, villain, anti-hero, superhero, father figure. But to me, at its core, Godzilla, and this is my favorite incarnation of Godzilla, I love him as the villain. I love him as the villainous force of nature that can't be stopped. And what I love about this figure in particular, the S Plus Gigantic series GMK Godzilla, is the fact that he has more of an animalistic pose. I wish we could have saw that in the film, quite frankly. But this is such a nice rendition of the GMK Godzilla. I think it's the best one that they've ever done, in my opinion.
Oh, it is by far. I mean, I don't turn any GMK suits down, but as far as this is the best to me, I think it's the best. And I would love to see, a movie with, sort of like that. That would be even better.
Now, mind you, the gigantic GMK wasn't your first Godzilla figure that I got you. What exactly was the first? You want to talk about that for a few seconds?
Yes.
Go for
it. The first Godzilla figure that Leslie got me, which, is kind of funny too, because orange is my favorite color. And of course I love Godzilla. And so, it's kind of like things matching up together. And we were looking at Godzilla figures, and this beautiful, gorgeous thing right here, this burning Godzilla. I came home. I saw this big lump in the bed. No pun intended. A great big bed. And I pulled it back, and it was a burning Godzilla. Leslie will tell you, I walked around the house for about 8 hours carrying this Godzilla, this big, gigantic, serious burning Godzilla. I walked around with this thing like it was my boyfriend, like I gave birth to this thing. I said like it was. I like I gave birth to this thing. I just loved this burning Godzilla. It's just a gorgeous piece. I loved it. Like, I have a Christmas ornament I put on the tree every year. It's a burning Godzilla, and it lights up too. So I love this piece right here. This is my very, very, very first figure. I love this figure. It has this very sentimental to me.
We're good. And you've got 20 something figures. Now, mind you, can you name your top 5? I know GMK is number 1, but can you name like your favorite to your not least favorite, but your top 5 figures that you have?
I can.
Okay.
And it's probably a little different than what other people would pick, but for me, it's going to be GMK. Of course, is going to be my favorite. I would say number 2 is probably going to be Anguirus. I do love Anguirus.
Okay.
He's just a unique guy for me. I love him. Number 3 is going to be my Destroyer.
Ooh, okay.
Yes. And I have a big one downstairs. I have
I
have the Deferel too, but I have a big boy downstairs. 4 is going to be my burning Godzilla. Okay.
Okay.
And then 5 is going to be my big boy right here.
2019.
Godzilla. I love that bad boy too. Okay. I love the standard. I didn't, for me, I just did not care for the blue dorsal plate.
Right. Okay.
But for me, I love that.
But thank you for the Christmas gift. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. I appreciate my Christmas gift.
Nah, and that's the thing. ladies and gentlemen, we have gotten each other like Christmas gifts. I think, how many times have we done it? Like 3 times? Like gigantic series figures. Like I got Sandra the Burning Godzilla as a birthday gift when it came out in 2014. Then she ended up buying me the same thing on my birthday because our birthdays were like 6 days. Then we did the same thing with the gigantic series 2000. Remember that? The 2000. At first I wasn't feeling it, but then when I saw yours, I was like, I do want it. So I ended up getting it as a Christmas gift. And then just last year, I got you the standard 2019 gigantic Godzilla, and you got me the Rick. So that's awesome. Once again, as I've always said, ladies and gentlemen, the one thing that's better than being a Godzilla / kaiju collector is being married to one. Since I'm married to the most beautiful one walking the face of this planet, I'm in hog heaven right now. But as you mentioned, you also bought some ornaments that you put on a Christmas tree. You got the Burning Godzilla, you got the 1954 Godzilla, Mecha Godzilla, and of course 2014 Godzilla. Out of these ornaments, which one is your favorite?
Holy Moses. I would say I think I like the Mecha Godzilla.
Okay.
To be honest with you. It's kind of hard because
my favorite's the 54.
I like that one too. I like that one too. I mean, they make noise and all that good, all that good stuff, noise and light up stuff. But Mecha Godzilla lights up too. I mean, that's not a fair question. I like all those. It's Christmas time. Leave me alone. I like I do. I do like all those. I mean, they're neat. They're neat to collect. They're kind of hard to collect. They're a little pricey to collect. I know that a couple of them were over $100, so a little pricey.
It's kind of part of the course with Godzilla, quite frankly.
Yeah.
3 more questions, and I think that we'll be done here.
Okay.
You're also a highly positive advocate for female kaiju, and there's only a few in the game. Mothra, Biollante, Legion. Of course, we got figures of both Biollante and Legion and Mothra. What is your favorite kaiju? What is your favorite female kaiju figure that's in this household right now? Whether it's yours or mine. But then again, since we're married, all the stuff is yours anyway. So, what is your favorite female kaiju figure in this household? Mothra, Biollante, Legion, which one?
Well, I love the ladies. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got to make me choose from the ladies.
If I had to guess, I would say you would pick Legion. But then again, I know you have a thing for Biollante.
Well, I love Legion because I think she's a bad chick. Now, she is a bad chick. Yeah, she's a bad chick. No, but I love the Biollante Rose, the big giant Rose.
The one that I got made. Okay.
The one you had made. Fantastic job.
Mark Sang-Yang, thank you.
Mark Sang-Yang, yes. He did a fantastic job. I think that's a very admirable piece. That's just a very appealing to the eye, especially for a female and a female collector. And most females like flowers, so that's a very appealing to the eye. So I mean, that would even not even if you was a Godzilla collector, you could have that at home, and that would be almost like a centerpiece, for your house downstairs, or it's just a very appealing figure to me. It really catches my eye, so it's a very complimentary piece.
So between the two, for like Biollante, which one you like more, the flower or the big head crocodile looking one that we see at the end?
Oh, of course, the flower.
You like the flower more?
Yeah, the flower. Like I said, it's more feminine.
Okay.
I like it a lot. But as far as I think is more intimidating, Legion.
Okay.
She's more intimidating. Now Martha, she's a beautiful girl, beautiful monster. But as far as if I had to pick a team, that would be Legion and GMK. I would like to see that movie. Them two right there.
That's awesome because they were directed by the same guy. So you're on the right track.
Exactly. There we go.
I see you holding two packages in your hand.
I do.
So you want to showcase on what they are?
I do. I have
the Total Special Effects book.
Right.
Okay, you have one, of course. The GMK Godzilla.
My baby too. Yep, GMK.
And you have one of, we were just talking about Biollante.
Biollante. Yep, I sure do. We got these when we was in Chicago the last time. We went
Last
to,
year.
Last year.
Yep.
Yep. And this is actually a T-shirt I got from our very first G Fest. I still love it. I still wear it every week. It's still hanging in there. It's probably died down about 50 shades black, but it's okay. It's still good. It's hanging in there.
And those books are awesome.
Yes, they are.
I know you.
They got great pictures inside. I'll take them out and look at them quite frequently, but I put them back in the plastic because I do like to try to keep them in good condition. So
that's a good idea. You got anything you want to
I do. I had a nice portrait made here.
Giuseppe Bianco. Hope you're watching.
Bianco. I always like to give props out. This man is so talented. This is my guy here, GMK. He had this picture. He made it for me. I just wanted to give him a little shout out. Thank you so much, man. You do fantastic work. I just wanted to give you a quick shout out for that.
That's awesome. 2 more questions. Since you're a collector like I am, like I said, but I know that your acquisition of pieces is very sporadic. Like there are some things that you see that you want. There are some things that you see that you don't want. There are times you're very picky and choosy with what you want to add to your collection, and that's perfectly fine. Very responsible. But what is the one figure that X Plus can make or anybody else can make of a kaiju or whatever that will make you say, you know what, I'm going to get it? What's that one monster that you want to see if you were in charge?
Oh boy, let me think. Probably a gigantic Hedra.
No, she didn't. You know that thing killed millions of people, right?
So collect all monsters.
So Jeremy Soul, Gio Komodo, Matsubura-san, if you're listening or you're watching, make an X Plus Gigantic Series Hedra to make Sandra happy. And a lot of folks happy too. Please make that happen. Wow, I never expected that. That's awesome. And the last thing I want to ask you, Sandra, first off, thank you so much for being a part of this.
Thanks for having me.
No problem. But a lot of folks have asked me, because they've seen you on my videos, they've seen you on the chat, they've seen you, you're a member on the X Plus Collector Facebook collective group on Facebook. And a lot of guys ask me, or at least tell me, like, it's very refreshing and nice that your wife partakes in the same hobby as you do. She doesn't judge you. She doesn't look down upon you. So I want to ask you, if there's any way, could you give some advice to all the other spouses out there that may not have any interest of getting into Godzilla? But I think the key to a marriage to a relationship is try to partake in what the other one does. You don't have to necessarily love it or like it to the degree that the other one does, but at least try it. That way y'all can share some things. So is there any advice that you want to give to the spouses out there that may not have any interest in Godzilla, but yet, what can you say to help motivate them to do that?
Well, I would say, as far as, you got to find a common ground of each other's likings. So, if your husband is a collector and he likes Godzilla, take a little time to hear him out on it. There may be some figures just like me that you like that he may not care about, or you may take a liking to that he may eventually like as well. You may like to eventually collect all girls or just look at those, but give him an opportunity to collect responsibly. I'm a big firm believer in collecting responsibly. And then if it's something that you don't or won't ever like, just be honest, and same thing, there may be something else that you may want to collect as some other, if you want to collect thumb thimbles or whatever like that, but, collect responsibly, collect respectfully. And, mostly the key to any kind of relationship is just be respectful, because this is a hobby. It's for fun. You get to meet a lot of people, and it's a passion. And in all things, just to be respectful and give each other a chance to express yourself, let things resonate, and it's find a happy medium.
I couldn't say it better myself. But if you could recommend to the spouses out there, what film would you recommend to get them into gospel? What film would that be?
I would say for newbies, like newbie wives, you would definitely want to watch the 2019. Yeah, you want to start them up current and go back. I don't think that a new wife or spouse would want to go backwards, unless they're used to watching black and white movies or used to listen to Japanese or whatever, and seeing subtitles or whatever. I think to 2019, even young viewers, start with the 2019 first. And then if you're, moved by it, then, start going backwards and see, just, skip out the 1998 one, that wasn't, you just
we ain't gonna talk about
that one. You don't have to watch that. You won't miss anything on that. But if you do 2019, 2014, you're good. And then you can skip 1998 and just keep going backwards after that. If you want to look up, more things, and if it's appealing to you, keep looking for it, and then you want to collect all monsters. You can get a lot of good information here on where to buy, who to buy from, and all that.
Couldn't say it better myself. So once again, thank you so much, Sandra. Oh my God, this is so awesome. I've been wanting to do some type of video project with you aside from what we've already done. But when we decided to get this show together, Collect All Monsters, and we started doing these spotlights on, a variety of collectors, I talked to Kyle. I was like, look, we got to have her on. We need to have her on. And I can honestly say, this has been a blast. It's been a joy. You are such an awesome person, and you have been the best thing that ever happened to me in my life. And the fact that you love Godzilla and Godzilla figures is like the icing on the cake. So thank you so much, Sandra, for being a part of this. We really do appreciate it. And thank y'all so much for watching this Collect Spotlight to my awesome Queen GMK, Sandra Chambers. And we will see y'all again on the next episode of Collect All Monsters coming in June. All right. Take care, guys.